And oh boy, we go from one character that I am kind of proficient with to one character I am not proficient with. Okay, that's not necessarily true. I do know how to use her a little bit. I mean, I've gotten a good amount of her stuff done so far. I'm just not amazingly well versed in her, unfortunately. So, Ciel, sister of the church, one of their hunters for the church as well. Now, funny thing is, if you're familiar with Fate Zero, Fate Stay Night, she actually is, I think, from the same church that Kodamine is also from, funny enough. Yeah, the same one as well. The executioners and everything, the guys that throw like the swords and the knives, the swords that are knives. Yeah, the same one. I'm pretty goddamn sure. Now, Ciel's also a little bit interesting because she's actually a lot. I didn't think there's gonna be much under the hood with her while going through the manga myself. You know, the original Suki. You know what? Hang on. Before we get too far ahead of myself, I need to show you guys a thing really fast. All right, so if you're ever interested about Tsukihime whatsoever, I highly recommend reading the manga for it. Shingetsu Tan Tsukihime, Lunar Legend. This is a fantastic read. This was way more endearing than I thought it was, and I gave it a goddamn 9. I'm like, dude, that was a way better read than I thought it was. It goes through Arquade's route roughly. It does a lot of things well, and just going through this, I'm like, wow, there's a lot more good story to Tsukihime than I thought. Such that I think I might like the story for Tsukihime more than Fate Stay Night, personally. That's a funny thing. Okay. We as consumers, especially fans of the Fate series, we give Natsu a lot of grief sometimes, rightfully so. But I will say the man, going back to even this time period, he is amazing at doing world building and world building on like a minimalist setting. Like, he does extremely well at like planning mysteries and like scope and whatnot, like beings from another worlds, basically. That was a real bad way to put it. Excuse me, jeez. Trying to fight off this indigestion right now. All right, so Ciel here is basically like hundreds of years old. There's a lot more going on between her and Roa than one might think. Also, she's like borderline immortal. It's more weird, contrived writing from Natsu. If you know what I'm talking about, you probably know what's going on here. So here's the explanation that I know it. So Ciel is immortal, and this comes into play especially when she was fighting Akihito the first time, because she was getting scorched over and over again, and she was just like not really registering it whatsoever, because the worst has been done to her in the past. Seriously. So what makes Ciel interesting is that Ciel is not her original name. I think it was like Eleanor or something is her original name, something like that. It starts with an E. She goes back like hundreds of years to like medieval times. So Roa tried occupying her body, and he did for a little bit, but then he left her body. Now, again, everything comes back to Roa. Like, you're gonna notice that specifically, like, from Arquade's story now going to the Ciel story, and it really comes to head with Shiki's story, obviously. Now, what makes this interesting is the fact that Ciel is the only person who Roa has left the body of. Normally, Roa possesses someone, Arquade gets revived or wakes up, kills a new host. Roa fucks off his spirit form and goes to occupy a new host until they are ready and mature. He's done that like 18 times already at this point in time. Probably 19, considering the scope of the story and everything. Now, what makes that interesting is the fact that, again, out of those 18 times, Ciel is the only matching glasses. She's so fucking cute sometimes. What makes that interesting is the fact that Ciel is the only character who's been possessed by him and not died. Let me finish this off before I actually continue any farther. Then apparently the world glitched out because the world is like a weird program of some kind. Yes, I know, it's odd. Look, if you know anything about Archer Emiya, you kind of already noticed the fact he's like an Archer Emiya is like a defense force for the Earth, basically. That's his whole shtick. Ciel kind of is like a weird state because she is simultaneously both alive and dead. Alive in the fact that she wasn't killed with Roa in her body, but dead in the fact that Roa possessed her body, and normally people are supposed to die when that happens. So she's left in like this weird state of flux where literally the planet does not know if she is alive or dead. So she's just kind of in this perpetual state of like immortality. I'm not kidding, this is the exact wording that I've seen before. This series is very silly sometimes, and remember what my stuff for her is. Medium. That was it. Sorry, I had to remember what my buttons are for Ciel. I'm not too versed with her right now. Alright, you gotta do it fast. I'm not hitting my trip right now. That's why I'm not getting this immediately. Oh, yeah. Trading with Shiki's jump 8. Good luck. I'll just do it. Don't care. Oh, I haven't even gone over my notes for Ciel yet. I will get to that immediately. Hang on a sec. Right, so Ciel, she's a really interesting character because she's like simultaneously both a Shoto and not a Shoto. Let me go over some details. So, she's a Shoto in that she's got projectiles she can toss out. She's got like a DP she can do. But she's not a Shoto in that she's got like this flip she can do. It's not really like Akuma shit, but it's kind of not far off either. Like, yeah, like horizontal forward medium, like you could do a front flip forward. I actually got the combo off from once, yay. There we go. Yeah, she's got a couple of traits about her that just kind of make her into like a unique class unto it's herself. She's still balanced. She still can do like a lot of different things, but still, you know. Anyway, yeah, she's well-rounded, great neutral, great movement. She's not as easy to pick up and play as I would say Arcwade is or, you know, Shiki, but still easy enough that you can kind of do some stuff. Anyway, yeah, the fact that she's like 800 years old and infiltrated Shiki's school is very funny. Also, Ciel may or may not be a vampire. I don't know. So, and I only mean that in that there's like some paneling in the manga that made it seem like she might be. Specifically the torture by the church because she was being experimented on because of the immortality and everything. They literally tried like a whole bunch of different ways to try to kill her. And nothing really worked. And then it culminated like with this one paneling where she was just like killing dudes. Like she had an entire like storeroom just filled with dead bodies. I don't know. I've talked about with Nigel about this before. If you don't know, Nigel is like my hookup for Fate knowledge pretty much. That I may not be immediately privy to. The manga didn't really cover some plot details overly well. That was definitely one of them, that's for sure. Anyway, trying to fight Saber here. Also, hi Saber. Yeah, you're back. Let's see. I'll just do that. There we go. I'll take the auto combo. It's fine. You just swung out of that. My god. Why would you do that? Still doing it. So if you don't know, this charged Corsical back light, the exploding projectile, it's plus on block. I mean, you could probably have discerned that from a glance. But yeah, you can see that Ciel is really fun to use in neutral. Do this, bring it back down to the ground, force a vortex. I'll just guard, I don't care. Fuck it, why not? We ball. Anyway, yeah, she infiltrated the school Shiki's at in order to keep an eye on both him and to watch for Arcade, I'm pretty sure was the reason. Brainwash everyone. Yeah, fun stuff. Also, yeah, we have complaints about... My chat and I have complaints about her new design as well because one, she is literally just a splitting image of MASH now. Yeah, the byproduct of the new artist, it's not amazing to look at. And also, the powered Ciel form, they took away her arm tattoos. Dang. Actually taking away some of her cool identity right there. Stray dog. Definitely not stray, that's for sure. Sorry, Akaha, you're not gonna be in for a fun time trying to fight her, as we've seen before. Akaha can go pretty hard, but unfortunately, her powers kind of tether to the fact that she is inherently human, and yeah, well, human insofar as her physical limits and whatnot. It's okay. Once again, it's one of those things that the manga didn't really do a great job of covering, but it's covered way more so in the actual visual novel itself, or you can just go wiki hopping and everything like that. Do I really start with talking about Akaha? I'll give broad strokes. She can basically combust anything she looks at. And then suddenly she's got blood powers in the reboot, I guess. I'm not sure if she already had that or if it was like a new thing she could do. Actually, no, I'm pretty sure she already had it because I remember having something similar in the original. Go for that. Unfortunately, my Ciel is not nearly as strong as my Arcade, obviously. There's some really cool ass combos you can do with her. But I do know enough about her general buttons that you can do some good stuff. Let's see. Actually, you know what? Hang on. I know a way to kind of boost the combo damage a bit. That wasn't it. That's not the right button either. God, I'm just dropping my spaghetti everywhere right now. But just the fighting Akaha, she's all about air denial. She's kind of a really fun set play character, but not difficult enough that you can't just pick her up and play her immediately. Do it again. I keep doing a flip, and I'm looking for the knife throws. Because the knives can actually get some pretty good stuff. Also not one, but hey, it's cool. Here's another fun thing too. When you're on hard mode, the AI will almost always go for the hard end of trial combat challenges. Oh yeah, there's the throw. Yeah, what makes Akaha also tricky with the whole shield situation is that out of shield trades, she can also go for her command grab super, which is kind of good. Confirms, yay. There we go. I called it. Alright, I'll take that. Oh, Melty, I haven't played in a while. Oh, yeah, it's been fantastically fun to play through. Yep. Just recording a Let's Play for YouTube. Don't mind me. I'll probably do some more... Oh, wow, chat's coming alive. I haven't seen them in a while. Alright, but yeah. So, what else can I talk about with Ciel? There's a lot of things I actually discussed. Also, love interest for Shiki because, yeah, it's, you know Nasu, he's got to really go for the, love interest stuff and whatnot. Personally, I'm not sure how you could choose her over, like, Arcade, but I will say that in the absence of Arcade, she's amazingly, she's great to go for. So, voting for Ryogi? Yeah. Alright, maybe I'll talk about that early. There's actually a lot of characters that are normally Melty Blood exclusives or like staples that have not actually returned in the reboot or there we go. Burst? No burst. Nope, okay. One of them is Sion Ryogi Shiki from Guard of Sinners is also one. There's also a couple characters that are also from the Melty Blood I haven't seen before myself because I haven't played the old ones yet. There we go. Yeah, well, Nero did kind of get replaced, to be fair. Unfortunately, so. Yeah, Nero was just taken out of the... His normal presence was just taken out entirely in the remake novel, so yeah, I wouldn't expect him back immediately anyway. Ooh, I'll take that. Oh, I guess I also forgot to mention that, yeah, Ciel's dash is like crazy fast. Like, look at this shit. Again, she's a really weird hybrid of has zoning capabilities, but is also really good for movement and whatnot. Shit. Okay, let me up tech. All right, yeah. Since it's Coma, if you guys aren't aware, is also a crazy strong grappler character that's got a lot of armor. He's pretty much like Android 16 pre-patch in DBFZ. And I lost that one. All right, you know what? Coma taking rounds with me is not surprising at all. But I do want to see how long I can keep the undefeated streak going. Want the bigger combo, but it's fine. Yeah, I'll loop this. Why not? Oh. Let's do the thing. So one notable thing also when you're doing combos in this game is you can actually... You can forego doing a double jump for the combo and actually saving it until you get back down on the ground. That allows you to do some really good 50-50 mix-ups. I'm going to try to do it more with some of our characters. There we go. Take it back down the ground. Or something. One for a throw. Okay. Don't care. We ball. Alright, he's got a burst at this point, yeah? Yeah, we'll take that. Coma's little, I can tank this meme. Yeah, he really can. But anyway, yeah, going, I think maybe Ciel was just driven insane from the constant deaths she was subjected to when she was being held prisoner by the church after the whole road situation. So she kind of started going on a murderous rampage herself. I'm not sure what brought her out of that at some point in time, but she started working for the church again. Now is one of their executioners and probably one of their strongest ones as well. Anyway, she also was really spicy in the school uniform, not gonna lie. Let's see here. Oops. Also, hello new character Mario. He's like some kind of higher up in the church. I'm not sure about details yet because I haven't been able to do too much research into him yet. He may or may not also be original for Melty Blood. But in terms of his gameplay, really fun hybrid rushdown character. As in, like, he's a puppet character and also a zoning character who can also, like, do rush. That's one thing I'm beginning to realize with Melty Blood type Lumina in general. There's, like, a lot of breaking of, like, normal archetypes for fighting game characters. And if that isn't the coolest shit, I don't know what the hell is. Or not the original... is not in the original Tsukihime, so he's completely new. He's a weird public character. Yeah, he's, I'm not sure if he was just brought in for the remake specifically, or if he's actually brand new to Type Lumina in general. Because Type Lumina does have some brand new characters like Noelle and whatnot. I'm just not sure about that exact detail is all. To let everyone in my chat know, I'm much more fluent in Fate lore than I am Tsukihime lore, but it's been fantastic. It's been a great journey learning about this series. Go for this. Let's bait something. Also, funny thing to note is that the puppets are not puppets; they're actually like living characters. Like that's an actual nun he's got. He controls via wires and whatnot. Level 3, why not? I knew again, like I said before, the AI, especially in hard mode, is really greedy. There we go. Dante's is the closest thing to a shonen in the game. You know, that's not an unfair characterization, honestly. I was going to talk about them a little bit more later, but yeah, the DLC has been kind of funny. The warp and weft of your wires to control that. Oh, wait, I didn't realize my mouse was on the screen. Oopsie. Let's see. Is there anything in my notes I'm not immediately seeing that I haven't talked about? Yeah, so I guess I'll just talk about these early since I was going to anyway. Yeah, so the fake Grand Order characters. Funny. And also apparently sort of a bit of controversy because, well, understandably, the Tsukihime fans were upset that we're getting all these non-Tsukihime characters as additions to the Tsukihime fighting game. I understand, because I was also upset when Cloud was introduced into Smash Brothers. It's like Cloud is literally like the first like Final Fantasy character to not be on PlayStation. What's he doing in a Nintendo fighting game, you know? But honestly, the way I've kind of like deal with that is, hey, if the character's fun to play, then it's whatever. Anyway, he's sweet. I need to be wary of this because she's really fun and has a lot of armor. That was not confirmed. Do not take that as such. Oof. And I got tired of what side I was on. There we go. So if you're wondering why I'm doing that specifically, it's because the character's doing the Gallopy Shockwave. It's basically like sparking from DBFZ or like popping X Factor and Marvel. However, the thing about that is that it creates an actual like physical hit shockwave. And you see, there's a thing called shield in the game where that can be procced by such things. It's so funny I can do the hard modes Heat Sweep combos. All right, come on. Oh fuck. Nah. I prefer some breathing room, please and thank you. Oh shit, was that punish? If I went for the jumping medium or standing medium, that actually would have confirmed. Alright. You know, I don't actually have to engage that much either. Like, literally, Black Keys actually kind of do the work for me. Because she's not really a zoning character. Yeah, like so. She's not really a zoning character. Oh, that was awesome, actually. There we go. That dead? Nope. Oh yeah, you can also stagger the projectiles you throw out too. Can we kill? Nah, it's be close though. There we go. That was so sick. It's so fun. It's funny to make AI trigger last arc with burst. Oh man, that's yeah. But yeah, what makes Ciel easily one of the strongest fighters of the church is, you know, her age. Her brings with it a lot of knowledge in the way of like fighting arts and whatnot. And also, you know, the tie to Roa is also a good leverage for them as well. So, you know, there's that. Anyway, Vlad is funny. He would basically try to seduce like a lot of women that come to him in part of the final battle. She is literally immortal, yes. If there is a way to kill her, it has not been found yet. Dang, look at Vlad out here being anti-imperialist. Well, Shiki could maybe kill her, but it's still... The whole death perception thing, like, it would, like, just, like, annihilate her body, but, like, it would also just shred it, more or less. So, if she could reform from that, that would be impressive. Although, I don't know, did Roa actually get killed at the end of their battle from the whole death perception mark being hit? Or did his soul actually escape? I think Melty Blood in the sequel implied that his soul escaped and he was going to occupy Shiki. You know, our Shiki, not his Shiki. We'll get to that later. I'm not about to get into it right now. Anyway, I'm not going to sit here and try to pretend that Vlad is always the most engaging of villains. When he actually has something his sights are set on, then yeah, that's cool. But 9 times out of 10, no, not really. Not really. Fuck. But yeah, so Vlad's whole thing also, if you just need some general pointers in order to fight him, really kind of focus on doing projectiles, but it's not to say that he doesn't have close-in tools, but you really want to get in close with him. Especially depending on your character. I'll take that. Take him back. Shit. Well, hey, if he's not gonna block that, I'll take that. Do it. Sometimes I will literally just sit there with shield held up because I'm like, I know you're gonna button read me sometimes, and as soon as I drop shield, you're gonna throw me. So sometimes I'm gonna sit there and be like, do a thing, I dare you. Up. Let's see, take it back down. Yeah, you really don't want to give Vlav any breathing room at all. So Vlav is interesting because he's one of those characters where regional differences in fighting games is kind of comes to the forefront. Here's something interesting. The West views Vlav as being a really powerful top-tier character because of the zoning, but apparently the Japanese don't view him as such. In fact, they view him as more like middling and whatnot. I think it's really interesting because it shows the regional differences with how, like, America sees viability of characters and how, like, the East views viability of characters. This is a thing that they've been kind of back and forth on for, like, a bit now. I think Vlav has merit, but I don't think he's, like... I think he's one of the characters where, like, he falls off the more someone knows the matchup, you know? Not to say he's not weak, but I don't know if I would necessarily say, like, he could contend with, like, you know, Alco or Power Seal or whatnot. Oh yeah, Vlav does have... I will say the comeback mechanic does add some beef to him, that's for damn sure. Mad love with curry? That didn't really come across in the manga at all. I mean, it's so funny because, God, what is it with everyone in the church loving curry? Because Kira Kotomine is also fucking in deep for curry. I don't blame them. It's just really funny, especially when you, do I go there? Yeah, especially when you consider that Britain colonized India, and one of the things that came with that is they became obsessed with their own, like, curry from there. So, like, when you consider that, it's like, this is funny in, like, a multitude of ways. You know what? That would be the least surprising thing I've done, honestly. One chicken and one beef. Damn. I probably should have got myself some more food before starting this. Fuck. Alright, so we'll go through the whole credits list later on, unfortunately. We'll have to put a bookmark on that for the time being. Anyway, I'm glad of nothing else. So far, I've been unable to... Or unable. I haven't had to actually take any actual game overs with doing this yet, and I'm very happy about this fact. Now, is there anything else about Ciel I want to wrap up or talk about before we wrap up with her for right now? Well, you know, something I should mention too is if you're ever like confused about like some characters and whatnot. So we do have character profiles over here. Yeah. Oh yeah. Also, see, Arcwade's one of those vampires who was strong enough to survive sunlight. Very funny. Where's the next one? Oh yeah, right bumper. I should just also mention this right now. The way I'm recording this right now is, you see how there's the buttons down the bottom of the screen there? That's not visible to me because I'm playing this in a 2K window. I'm playing this in a 2K frame, and my Windows Start taskbar is blocking the bottom section, so that's literally invisible to me. Anyway, was there anything else worth talking about in here? Yeah, there's not really much else I haven't actually gone over. Yeah. All right. Also, yeah, unlocking these is really straightforward, so don't have to worry about that whatsoever.